Hey, what is going on, guys? My name is Slcmof, and I'm back again with another video with a Wednesday chill commentary. You know, no cuts, no editing, none of that nonsense. We're just going straight off the cuff kind of commentary. And the reason I'm just doing this now is because I just actually emailed my boss and told him that I quit my job. So, you know, it's one thing if you're, I understand, like, it's not a big deal, I guess, because it's like a part-time job. For those of you who don't know, I'm 18 years old, I'm in high school, I'm in my senior year of high school, and then I'll go to college for 4, 6, 8 years, potentially, more likely 4 or 6 years to college, whatever I plan to do with that. But the point being, it's not a full-time job, so in that respect, it's not as big of a deal as it is for some people that may be into YouTube and they may quit their job, and at which point, if you're going to quit your job and you're an adult and you have to actually provide for yourself in terms of food and stuff like that, which I don't, at least in terms, well, actually, I eat out a lot, and I have to pay for fast food, but anyway, that's a whole other topic for another day. The point being, I quit, and I quit with the intention of being able to make more videos, and in my opinion, I've been very good at uploading pretty regularly. Ever since Batman Arkham Knight came out, I've done at least 3 videos a week, and at the point in which Arkham Knight was at its peak, not necessarily its peak, but just like really post after launch, you know, like July, I was uploading probably 14 videos a week, and at this point now it's more like 3 to 5, but I still think that's very reasonable. Actually 4 to 5, it's more like 4 or 5, but anyway, the point being, I think that's perfectly reasonable for somebody that was also working a part-time job. Now, I didn't work every single day, but I did work pretty regularly, and I was, you know, just trying to make some quick money, and it's not a very fun job. It was not a very fun job. For those of you who don't know, I don't think any of you know, I've never talked about it before, but basically I would clean golf carts, and so people, you know, like these guys would bring in their golf carts after they're done golfing, they just drop them off, and I would have to wash them all and then park them and that kind of thing. And I will still do it the rest of my job till the end of the month until they find someone to replace me. So, you know, I'm a great person. You know, I could have just quit, but I didn't. You know, give them a heads up. But no, for those of you who don't know, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to give them 2 weeks notice, generally, if you're in like the corporate world, but if you're in a part-time job, I don't think that's more of a common courtesy for you to do that. But yeah, my parents aren't incredibly happy with it, and they've already started to try to find me other jobs. We know somebody that owns a car dealership, they're trying to give me a job there, and I'm not opposed to it or anything, but the whole idea was to quit so that I could make more videos for you guys, more frequently, more often, and just higher quality videos. I don't think that it will necessarily improve my quality. I think it's going to stay about the same, but in terms of the quantity of videos I can get out, I'll just have more time to do them, more time to do more videos. And that was the idea, and I was looking at it, and I'm just like, okay, well, I have YouTube and, you know, a real job, a quote real job, and my parents wanted me to get experience to learn, like, the quote value of the dollar, end quote. But, you know, people have to understand that the world has changed, you know, and my parents have to understand that, you know, it's a very different world that we live in now than it was then. In many ways, the job that I'm doing on YouTube, if you look at it, just one, I make more money from it. I don't make a lot of money, but I make more money from it than I did a job that pays $7.25 an hour. As you can see, that's not saying very much. Only working a few days a week, $7.25 an hour. That's basically nothing. So I make more money on YouTube. I enjoy making YouTube videos. I don't enjoy cleaning golf carts for 8 hours in the scorching hot sun. You get the point, but my parents, you know, they want me to get a, quote, real job, end quote. For whatever reason, older people think that kids need to get a, quote, real job. And what they mean by a real job is one that you think of kids doing in the movies, you know, like delivering pizzas, checking out grocery bags, being a waiter or waitress. Basically any job that they themselves as older people won't do, that's what they want you to do. And of course, there are adults that do that kind of thing, but most often, think of jobs that only teenagers are really willing to do. Why are they willing to do it? Because they're desperate for money. And of course, I need money as well. I have to pay for college and that kind of thing. But what older people don't understand is that basically any hobby that you have on YouTube, on the internet, on forums, on Amazon, basically anything that you want to do, a hobby that you have, you can pretty much monetize it on the internet. That's basically the way it is, and YouTube is of course a very well-known way to do so, but that's not it. There's also blog websites and places where you can publish your content, whether you're like writing books about something or what have you. Maybe you're an artist, that kind of thing. You can publish the artwork that you have. Basically any hobby that you have, you can monetize on the internet, and people don't understand that. And one thing my parents frequently tell me is that you need to have a stable income, job security. You need to have a frequently recurring income. And basically that is, you go to your job, and for every hour you work, you get $7.25. That would be my case in this instance. So for whatever reason, it's encompassing to their mind that I make a YouTube video and I can make close to nothing if that video only got like 100-200 views. But they also don't recognize the idea that maybe a video would get uploaded and it would get a sizable amount of views that would actually make more income than I would working a minimum wage job in that entire month, potentially. But for whatever reason, they don't see that as a valid source of income, not one that's steady, and all in all, they don't really understand it from my parents' perspectives. Now, my advice to you is that if you are working a minimum wage job and you have no proof of income from that hobby that you really want to do, and you know you can make money from it, I'm telling you that that's the case. If there's something that you really like doing, in my instance, talking about Batman and Call of Duty to 24,000 people that were kind enough to click the subscribe button for whatever reason they chose to do so, you can also do that or something similar to it. Whatever you enjoy doing, you can monetize it on the internet. Monetize being make money off that. And that's, I'm telling you that. I'm not putting that up for debate. It's just a matter of mobilizing that idea. What I will tell you, if you are working a minimum wage job and you have not started yet, I would not quit your minimum wage job in pursuit of starting a YouTube channel. Rather, do what I did in my instance. Have a channel or some stream of income, even if it's minimal, and have a proof of success. Even if it's minimal, like I said, it doesn't have to be massive, but prove that you're on the right track, and then you can focus all your efforts in on what you really want to do. And sometimes working that minimum wage job will actually contribute to the hobby that you really want to do, and you have to do that for a little bit. For example, I worked at teaching gymnastics to little kids and stuff like that for quite a while. The money that I made doing that went towards buying the microphone that I'm speaking into now, the laptop that I'm recording this on right now, the TV that I play my video games on, that kind of thing. But ultimately, on a deeper and a broader note, what I've realized is that basically the world revolves around money. And everything that you need to do in your life really requires money to do it well. Any business that you want to start up that, again, is influenced by your hobby or what you really enjoy doing requires money to start. If you want to go to college and that's the path that you're going on, like me, you're probably going to need money. Not as much if you're in Canada, Western Europe, all those kind of things, often free education, post-secondary education. In the United States, that's not the case. And for me, someone that needs to go to college, I want to go to college, and you don't have the money to do so, your parents can't afford it like mine cannot, you need money. That's just the simple fact of it is. So would I prefer that I just be able to do my hobby, the things that I enjoy, that is talking about video games on YouTube, in blogs, on the internet, on forums, various websites, that kind of thing, just basically enjoying the hobby that I have, and that is video games, without the concern of money even crossing my mind, and without the concern of getting a minimum wage job just to afford the equipment to fulfill and pursue my hobby. Yes, I would prefer that that is the case, and I lived in a world that that is the case, but unfortunately, that is just not how the world works. Because like I said, the world revolves around money, and if you're watching this right now and you're maybe 13, 14, maybe even my age, and you haven't realized this yet, then you will come at a point when you do realize it, and you'll look back on your younger years and think, I would have really liked to have been making money then, and maybe I would have some now. Anyway guys, yeah, I quit my job, so I guess I'm going to be doing this full time. You can expect about, again, maybe the same amount of videos, maybe a little bit more. It won't be incredibly noticeable at the beginning. The idea is that I can become more efficient at maximizing my time, because like I said, I still do have school, and my parents are trying to get me on another job, which I don't really want to do, but we'll see how that all plays out. I just wanted to let you all know about this, and I guess kind of include my personal opinions on having a job at a young age, because that's something that's probably going to be pressed upon you very soon as well, especially if you're an American. Anyway guys, I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, feel free to like the button. My name is Slcmof, and we'll see you in the next video.